Hey Cal Bears!
Welcome to another episode of the Berkeley Beat.
On Tuesday, students and faculty staged a general strike against the university as a part of Occupy Cal.
And Cal had a week-long of celebration leading up to the big game against Stanford University.
All this and more, I'm Ashley Morgan.
And I'm Jake Lefferman. The Berkeley Beat starts now. A Berkeley apartment building on the corner of Haste and Telegraph Avenue caught fire on Friday evening. The fire department was called to the scene around 9 p.m. and eventually contained the fire at 3:19 a.m. Saturday morning. The building, 2441 Haste, contains 39 apartment units, all of which were evacuated and described by department officials as a complete loss. Residents were given aid, food, and shelter by the Red Cross. There have been no reports of injuries to either residents or fire department officials. The cause of the fire remains unknown.
This Tuesday, the Occupy Cal movement staged their second general strike. Organizers brought out furniture, a blackboard, and even pianos to make Sproul Steps an outdoor classroom as a part of an open university. The day started with teach-outs, musical performances, and art installations. At about 2 p.m., students marched through the city of Berkeley, blocking traffic and passing Berkeley City College. Upon their return, the marchers converged on Sproul with members of Occupy Oakland, who were there in a show of support. A general assembly convened, where protesters initiated conversation in breakout groups. The assembly then voted on 3 propositions, including organizing a public debate with and writing a letter to public education officials, as well as setting up an encampment. All 3 proposals passed.
Thousands were in attendance later that evening as the Mario Savio Memorial Lecture was moved from Poly Ballroom to the steps of Sproul in solidarity with the Occupy cause. Robert Reich, a Cal professor and former labor secretary under President Clinton, spoke about lessons of the free speech movement and its relation to modern times.
And you know and you understand how important it is to fight the bullies, to protect the powerless, to make sure that people without a voice have a voice.
Also on Tuesday, 32-year-old undergraduate student Chris Travis was shot in the Haas School of Business. At 2:17 p.m., UCPD received a phone call from the supervisor of a Haas staff member who had seen what appeared to be a gun in Travis's backpack while with him in an elevator. After being located in the Haas computer lab and confronted by police, Travis was shot after brandishing and refusing to drop the weapon. Travis was brought to an Oakland hospital, where he died hours later. In a press conference, the UCPD and Chancellor Birgeneau stated that the incident was not related to the Occupy Cal demonstrations occurring on the other side of campus.
This Wednesday, Berkeley Beat's Brittany Tom followed the ASUC and students as they protested on the state capitol in Sacramento in support of public education.
Behind me is the state capitol. Yes, we're here in Sacramento, where students from UC Berkeley traveled all this way to meet students from UC Davis to lobby and get their voices heard on the state level. The ASUC arranged buses to go to the Sacramento State Capitol last Wednesday. A press conference was held at 11:30 to vocalize their demands, which include a revision to Proposition 13 and a progressive self-tax to help fund public education.
We're here in Sacramento to make a powerful message that we need the legislature to reinvest in higher education.
Senators from both Berkeley and Davis agreed that a UC system-wide solidarity that targets the systemic issues at the state level is an effective way to bring about change in public education.
We think that not only today, but for the future, if this isn't a system-wide thing, nothing is going to change because there's a lot of power and a lot of strength in numbers.
In Sacramento for Cal TV, I'm Brittany Tom. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Brittany. Throughout the week, rallies and activities were put on leading up to the big game against Stanford University. This included the biggest bonfire west of the Mississippi River at the Greek Theater Friday. Although Cal lost 31-28 against Stanford, school spirit was high for UC Berkeley traditions.
As this is our last episode of the semester, we thank you for tuning in.
Good luck on finals, and from the whole Berkeley Beat family, have a happy holidays. We'll see you in January.